With the Kensington Palace split, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were able to establish their own household separate from Prince William and Kate Middleton's. With Meghan and Harry's move to Frogmore Cottage in Windsor, it made sense for the princes to operate separately, especially as William will one day be king. However, according to the Sunday Times royal correspondent Roy Nicah, a source revealed that Meghan and Harry had hoped to act completely independently of Buckingham Palace. Understandably, the Queen vetoed the couple's plan to move outside of the palace's jurisdiction. A royal source told Nicah they wanted their household to be entirely independent of Buckingham Palace, but were told no. There is an institutional structure that doesn't allow that kind of independence. The feeling is that it's good to have the Sussexes under the jurisdiction of Buckingham Palace, so they can't just go off and do their own thing. Nicah also reported that, according to a source, Meghan and Harry had hoped for total royal freedom, but will instead have their household based at Buckingham Palace. While Frogmore Cottage will be the couple's full-time home, they'll likely have a base in Buckingham Palace for when they're carrying out official business there. With the creation of their own household, big changes are on the horizon for Meghan and Harry, but complete independence is not one of them. The news comes almost a month to the date after the Sunday Times reported that a split of the two royal households was in the works, and a change of this nature will undoubtedly fuel rumors of rifts between not only Meghan and Kate but also William and Harry. But should this division of the royal household, and Harry and Meghan's move to Buckingham Palace, be seen as emblematic of deeper conflict? Or was it an eventual certainty, given William and Harry's increasingly different roles within the House of Windsor? This is very normal, Marlene Koenig, a historian and the author of the royal-centric blog Royal Musings, tells Town & Country. This is what happens when royals get married. Harry is a full-time working royal and he has a full-time working royal wife. It makes perfect sense. Victoria Arbiter, a royal commentator whose father served in not only Prince Charles and Princess Diana's royal household but also the Queen's, agrees. There's no unpleasant subtext to this separation. Harry and William were always going to divide their offices because they have very different roles. It would have been too much for them to stay together, she tells Town & Country. And even the official announcement from Buckingham Palace suggested that this decision has been in the works for months. This long-planned move will ensure that permanent support arrangements for the Duke and Duchess's work are in place as they start their family and move to their official residence at Frogmore Cottage, a spokesperson said in a statement. The practicality of the split isn't going to stop tabloid culture from imbibing this news with darker meaning, but according to Arbiter there is no bitter significance. What's fueling those rumors, she says, is a desire for royal drama. In reality, the separation of William and Harry's households is more indicative of how the two brothers are on divergent paths within the royal family. In the not-so-distant future, William will become Prince of Wales, and then, eventually, King. Harry, on the other hand, is now sixth in the line of succession and will likely never wear the crown, but he and Meghan are taking on more responsibilities within the Commonwealth. Just last week, Meghan was named the Vice President of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, a role in which she will highlight the Trust's partnerships with young people across the Commonwealth, and in particular its work supporting women and girls, a statement from the Trust explained. Prince Harry is the Trust's president and also serves as Commonwealth Youth Ambassador. The two men and their wives now require staffs that can support their disparate needs. It is not that far down the road that William will be the heir apparent to the throne and his household will be very different from his brother's household, Koenig says. So just as Charles has begun to take on more duties and responsibilities from his mother, William is moving toward his future position as the Prince of Wales. That transition may help explain why their separate offices are not run out of the same royal palace. Initially, the Sunday Times reported that even after the separation and the Sussexes moved to Windsor, Harry and William's households were both expected to remain in Kensington Palace, but now it is clear that the new office will operate out of Buckingham Palace. Basing the Sussex household at Buckingham Palace is a very sensible move, Arbiter tells TNC. It allows for a foundation to be laid and for the couple to avoid the upheaval of moving their office when Charles becomes king and William moves into his role as Prince of Wales. Moving forward, the Sussexes' setup will be similar to that of Andrew and Edward, so it makes sense that their offices be established under the Buckingham Palace umbrella, Arbiter says. But that will change when Charles becomes king and William the Prince of Wales. When Charles becomes king, William's household will be funded by the Duchy of Cornwall, but Harry's funding will come from the Sovereign Grant, Koenig explained. The Sovereign Grant is a taxpayer-funded sum of money allotted to the royal family to cover repairs on buildings, official royal travel, and a portion of other expenses, including staffing salaries, for some working royals. Before Meghan joined the royal family, she was very active on social media, but the shift in the royal households doesn't immediately mean she and Harry are getting their own dedicated Instagram and Twitter accounts. For now, the work of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will continue to appear on the Kensington Palace social accounts. They could eventually get their own separate channels following the move, but sources say there are currently no firm plans in place at this point. Please like, comment, and subscribe to channel. Thank you for watching my video.